Ever since I was a young boy, I always wanted to be a preacher. I always wanted to be a fireman. And I always wanted to be involved in professional wrestling. And I thank you for coming out and for supporting us like you have.
Richard J. White was born and raised in New York City and found his calling in serving the Lord and becoming a pastor, eventually settling down in Paw Paw, West Virginia.
Growing up in Paw Paw, I got to know Richie as I was breaking into the wrestling business. I remember we used to run into each other down at the local store there in town, and I was telling him, hey, I'm in wrestling school, and this is what I'm going to do, and et cetera, et cetera. And when I was first, just breaking in, and he used to tell me stories about growing up in New York and going to Madison Square Garden and all the great matches that he used to see back in the day. So that's where I first got introduced to Richie.
I've known that man both in my personal life and in the business. I've been with that man a lot outside of the ring. He's been beside me and has helped me so much, and as I've helped him as well. He is undoubtedly one of my best friends. He's such a good guy, and he'll do anything for you. He'll give the shirt off your back, and he'll make sure if you need a man to talk to, he's there for you. He truly loves it. He truly loves this business and everybody in it. He's one of the greatest guys I've ever met.
I knew Richie before he got into the wrestling business, and I was a former deputy sheriff, and Richie was on paramedic on the ambulance crews, and we would end up at a lot of situations together, whether it be wrecks or different things, and so I knew Richie for a while.
Richie has a passion for the Gospels, but Richie also had another lifelong passion, professional wrestling.
We both got into Covey Pro at about the same time, but when he started training as a referee, he put his heart and his soul into it, and he really loved this business.
He put in a lot of faith and hard work into what he did, and he also put in a lot of faith to all of the talent.
He's kind of an inspiration. He's our spiritual inspiration, or spiritual guide for Covey Pro.
One of the best refs in the business to me. He's another guy just goes above and beyond, gives everything that he can to the company Covey Pro.
He fell in love with the sport at a very young age and had always dreamed of becoming a referee, and at All or Nothing 2, his dream became a reality as he officiated his first match.
Richie would approach me, and he wanted to referee somehow. You gotta let me be a referee. It's my dream, that type of a deal. So I let him referee. I think it was a battle royal that night because it was something easy and something that he couldn't mess up and could do with very little, if no, training.
He would go on to officiate several Covey Pro wrestling matches.
Buddha, how many matches have you refed for us?
Man, in the career here at Covey Pro, he's wrestled probably 80% of my matches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not always on top of the ball, he's always...
But hey,
I like Richie.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Leading prayer in the locker room, always making sure everybody has, medical attention. If anything happens to go wrong, Richie White, he's always here. He's always helping everybody out, and we appreciate that. So thank you, Richie, and congratulations on your Hall of Fame, brother.
Not only known for his officiating, but also as being pastor for the organization, conducting both locker room and in-ring opening prayer.
Our characters and our in-ring personas, maybe we butt heads, but outside of the business, we're brothers in our faith, and I've always respected Richie for that.
One of the most humble and nice guys I've ever met, especially in this business. He's one guy that I'll never forget.
Whether he's been in the ring as a referee, or backstage as a medic, or in the stage preaching to the choir, so to speak, or in the audience as a fan, Richie has been here for a long time. Richie means a lot to this company. Richie means a lot to the people in it.
Richie's always there to call me out. Everything I do, Richie's, you, that is Richie and my relationship right there. Always got the finger in my face, you. Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's in the crowd, whether he's reffing a match, he will look up to give me some words. Just because he didn't like something I said. But yeah, Richie, when he's not getting on to me, he can be a nice guy. at least he's from New York as well, so we got something in common there.
He officiated his final match at All or Nothing 8, closing the chapter to a fulfillment of a lifelong dream, officially retiring as an active referee talent.
Probably the first guy I met here at Covey Pro. It's definitely the first guy I officially met in the ring here at Covey Pro, and I handed the mic over to him for the opening prayer. And I just remember, like, every single match, as soon as it's, or every single night, as soon as it's over, Richie White would come up to me, put his arm around me, shake my hand, make sure everything was going great, both here with the organization as well as, like, in my own personal life, you know, checking in, making sure everything's going great. And he's an amazing man, the only person I know who can take care of mind, body, and soul, Richie White.
Richie White, congratulations. You've been a prolific referee. You used to come down and train in the gym with the boys. Man, I'll tell you what, I miss you around here. Congratulations, you deserve it.
That's really the soul of Covey Pro, Richie White. If there was a spiritual leader, someone who led us more than just prayer and example, but really led us every single day, that would be Richie. He obviously works in the ring and works in the church and the community. He means what he says, he does what he means, and his faith is resolute, and he brings that to us, and he always has. And certainly he belongs to be enshrined forever as well in the Covey Pro Hall of Fame.
It is with great pride, honor, and respect that we welcome the pastor of Covey Pro, Richie White, into the Covey Pro Hall of Fame, class of 2015.